Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another hour of Fresh Paint with Kelly Weiler. Welcome to Girl Upcycled Studio, where you're going to learn all kinds of cool stuff. We teach all kinds of stuff like about art on furniture. Sometimes we're creating on canvas. So if that is something that you enjoy to learn about or just to watch, then this is a place for you to subscribe, those of you on YouTube. So welcome. If you are here during the live, please don't be shy. Jump in and say hello. We are on today's topic. We're on part 3 of the furniture upcycle behind me. So we are pretty much through with most of the paint finish. I may touch up a little bit as we go along. So if you missed those live broadcasts, you want to catch those from the past couple of days. So this is part 3. And hello, Marie. Hi, Patricia and Nancy. Good to see you rolling in. Hello, hello. And especially you guys, if you're brand new, make sure you introduce yourselves and tell us where you're coming in from so we can kind of learn about each other that way. Okay, so today's topic, we're going to be doing some transfers. I'm going to be using, for sure, I believe it's pronounced Redoute number 4. This is a transfer from the Iron Orchid Design Company. You can see that very well. Very pretty. I may also be using, I haven't decided yet, so the Fronds Botanical. So this particular piece that I'm working on is a little bit taller than the last piece. So I just want to kind of give myself permission to throw in some of the other transfers if I need to. Hello, Melissa in Woodland, California from Dreaming Cat Studio. Hello, Athena. Good to see you. And Kimberly from Texas. Awesome. There's Heather. Hello, Heather. Okay, so something else I'm going to be using. I like to incorporate the stamps also when I'm using the transfers. Not always, but a lot of times I do incorporate the stamps along with this because it gives it a more custom, hand-painted look. That way, when you use the transfers, it's not looking just like something that somebody else has done. You're actually putting a custom touch to it. So you're not just using it just as is right out of the box, so to speak. So I'm also going to use Fronds Stamps. And I have another one. This is one of my favorite. It is the butterflies. These two stamps so far have been my favorite and the ones that I use the most. So I do try to carry them at all times here in the studio, and I try to keep them stocked up. Okay, so along with that, we will be using a brayer. You'll need a brayer for this project. I will be using Layered Chocolate, which is a DIY clay-based paint, and it is just a beautiful, rich brown. I will be using that with the stamps rather than an ink. I just personally like it. It's my, it's just a personal choice. You can by all means use inks with it if you like. I just really love to use the DIY paint for the stamps. And all I do is I just simply water it down a little bit. You're going to create an ink-like consistency with the DIY paint. And then you're just going to use the brayer, and then you will put that over top of the stamps. And it just does a lovely, lovely job. So that's what I'm going to use. You will also need some painter's tape and some scissors. And I think that's it. So that was quite a bit though, right? All right, so let's get started. I don't know how much I will get done today in this hour. So we'll just kind of work throughout the hour and see what happens. Hello, Miss Susan. How are you? And Marcia and Linda. Oh, I like that. Maybe I should try that for my number 8 redo on my coffee bar. You should. You should, Miss Patricia. Okay, so this is how they come. When you order from me, just a FYI, If you just order one of these, I just ship it just like this because it's really sturdy and it's just perfect. So that helps keep your shipping down. It's normally around $5, give or take, to ship this, depending on where you're at. What I do, sometimes if it overcharges in my shipping, because sometimes it does that, I will return any kind of overages. So don't worry about that. Or if you are worried and you didn't get anything back and you think it's too high, just contact me because I'm really good about refunding overages. Try to, okay? Hello, Janice. Miss Mitzi Man. Rock on, girl. Whoop, whoop. Hi, Vicki. So let me give you, I don't know, I have my fan on. I may have to turn it off. This is what it looks like. I may need to turn my fan off or move it or something. See it blowing. Let me turn it off. I do have the air on today, so we'll be working on shipping today. But look, isn't it pretty? So what you're going to want to do is cut these out. So I'm going to start with cutting these out, and then we're going to just kind of play a little bit. Now, I highly recommend at home that you have this laying down on its back, okay? It's going to be way easier than me working upright with it. But I don't have anybody here to help me pull this down. It's in 2 pieces, and I've been babying my back. We'll talk about that later. So I'm just going to do it upright. But if you're able to lay it down, it's much easier just to like lay in place, and it stays in place for you a little bit easier. I'm pretty much, oh, Janice, I thought you said you look shiny. I'm like, yeah, I probably am shiny. Skinny. You're my best friend today, Janice. No, I haven't, I'm sure. No. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to start by cutting these out, and then we're going to play a little bit and just kind of see how this lays out and see what else we want to move into the artwork. And as always, you guys feel free to ask any questions, okay? So I'm going to lay this down. If you can see, let me move this back. Little tip for you too, by the way. A lot of times when I get seats, I get chairs, and it has cushions that like I wouldn't resell or anything, but they're pretty cool. I mean, they're in pretty good shape. I save them and I use them when I'm on my knees working. You guys that are, you know, in the 50s and up bracket, it's going to save you doing that. Okay? So we do have to take care of ourselves. Maybe I should change. Let me see if I can. Not the time to try to lose weight. Well, you know what? I've been trying to take care of myself a little bit better the last few weeks in particular because I've been having back trouble. I have chronic back pain. I have for years. I think I talked to you guys about this the other day. I used to work at a basket weaving plant called Longaberger, and I wove baskets for 4 years before I got into the creative design department. And so it did a little bit of a number on my back. And then when I went to the doctor about it, they said that I had a little bit of scoliosis. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they just tell everybody that or not, but they said I have a little bit of curvature. And it just seems to run in the family. So since I've been working here at the studio, I've been here 5 years. It just seems like, you know, when you have a new business, you put a lot of time in. And so you tend to, unfortunately, put yourself on the back burner. And that's what I have done while I built this business. So it is time to really, like, you know, focus on health and movement and all that good stuff. So that's what I've been doing. And I did hurt my back the other day. I don't even know how. So I spent the morning at a massotherapist, and so I'm going to try to baby it today because I am pretty sore from it. But I do recommend you guys, you know, taking time to take care of yourselves, right? Because you're not going to be any good to anybody if you don't. Okay, so I just want to kind of point out the little transfer that I'm using has a really nice grid on it. And it's really, really helpful for lining things up. I'm going to kind of freestyle this, so I don't necessarily need it, but if you're trying to get a symmetric look, that grid is perfect for that. You also want to take note that this backing that I have on here, I am keeping that backing on, okay? I want to make sure that I do not remove that backing until I'm, you know, pretty sure where I want to put everything. So if you're a beginner, I would highly advise that. So there's that. Let me see if I can pull a little bit closer. Horrible reception. Oh, for you or for me, Michelle? Hot dogs on Memorial Day. I know, right? You know, so what I'm trying to do, like, let's say if I do have a hot dog or a hamburger, I just try to, like, either lessen the bun or not have the bun, or, you know, just kind of varies that way. Okay, so let's play. Now, it can be a little bit difficult playing around when the backing's still on it. So if you do try to hold it up, you don't want to press it in because it does have a little bit of tackiness to it. And you don't want it, you know, you don't want it sticking accidentally. So, so it's okay just to hold it there, but don't press it up real hard. Okay, so there's that. And I want to set it up. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday's live that I did, and I kind of took you through and showed you the buffet. That needs to kind of be the same feel. I'm going to try to do it the same, kind of in the same way. So this one here. And I'm not opposed to this going around the corner. I don't know if I will or not. So I'm going to just kind of tape this in place. And like I said, if you're at home working on this, lay your item down. It's going to save you a lot of frustration. So I like to do things the hard way, apparently. But anyway. So let's kind of like, I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to a little tape up here. And I'm just going to start taping things in place a little bit, or not. And I have not sealed this. Now, the company recommends sealing it before applying. So you need to kind of think about how you want to do it. It does. So what that means is I don't have a gloss sealer or a hard top sealer on it. I'm just doing it right completely onto the matte surface, which means it might take a little more elbow grease when I'm rubbing it on there. But here's the reason why I didn't choose to do the sealer first, is because the waxes do not absorb inside the paint like it will, okay? So use your judgment. Like I said, I'm telling you, the company at Iron Orchid Design, they recommend sealing it and then applying it because it will release easier, okay? Give it a try. Either way, see what you like best. I kind of like the waxes to really like soak in and be bold. That is gorgeous. Well, you have to find your replays. How do you paint? Yep, Janice, this is part 3. Volume is great. Good, 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 good. Everybody says it's looking good. That's okay, Michelle. She said she must be having a bad reception where she's at. That's okay. So I'm going to put that one there, and let's do, I'm trying to look at my other one and see how I did it so that I can get it. It's not going to be exact, but I do kind of want it. I know my customer really liked that one, and so I want to kind of think about that as I apply it. Let's see. Maybe we want a little bit up here. Let's just see. You guys, I have Ginger here with me today. I forgot to tell you. Have you guys met Ginger? Jenny. Jenny, come here. Come here, Ginger. Come here. Come around. Come here, girl. Come here and say hi. Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi. She is a shelter puppy. Aren't you? You're a shelter puppy. But she was so cute today that I couldn't say no to her. She wanted to come. I'm going to go bye-byes with mommy today. Didn't you, girl? So I was like, okay. All right, so let's try this. Let's see what happens. It's just kind of loosely. Notice I'm doing it very loosely. Okay. You want to think about your colors as you're layering them as well. Okay. Be careful you don't get your, like if you're messing around like I'm doing, make sure they don't stick on each other. So I'm just kind of playing around with it right now, guys, so that you can kind of just watch my process. You want to kind of think about it like, just like you would when you're creating a painting almost. You want the eyes to flow, and you want a little bit of room for it to rest. Ginger's so cute. She is. She's a sweet girl. People come in and they're like, where's Ginger? Yeah, she's cute. All right, let me get a couple more. And I don't see how it's just straight up and down. I don't like that. So I kind of want it to be either maybe going off the side, maybe, so to speak. Maybe like that. So this one would be kind of going around the corner. Try to loosely do this without it sticking. You can hear it just slightly sticking. So what do you think so far? I think I'm liking that. twice. Make sure it's not sticking. I've got it bubbled out a little bit too, gang, so I want to make sure it's not sticking. And I can actually cut some of those leaves away and move it upwards. Some of those leaves. So it's just kind of it's more intimidating looking at it than doing it. So I promise you it's pretty easy. So there's that one, I think, and then this one might be kind of cool, like this. So it's kind of swooping. A little bit of maybe like down here. Right. So I'm going to take this on and then I'm going to step back and look at it. I'm barely even touching. It's not, okay. I know it looks like I'm pushing hard, but I swear I'm not. This alone is going to give you a little bit of a custom look just because you're able to cut these and move them and place them pretty much wherever you want them. Okay. Okay. How's that? Let me stand back and look at it for a minute. Kind of feel like this is too up and down. So let me make a little bit of a change here. Do it more like this. Oh, voila. I like that better already. So it's good to give yourself a little distance. Like I just went and stepped back in the background and looked at it. I do that a lot. I teach that way a lot when I'm teaching my art classes. So the ladies are like, yep. Some distance on there. All right. So let me go back and look at it again. Yes, Linda says, yes, better angle. Hi, it's Julie from the UK. Oh, Julie. Hello, my friend. How are you and your sister? So Julie Lincoln was here with her sister visiting, and they were able to do a class, and they were so much fun. So thank you for coming in. Nice to see you again, Julie. So yeah, I'm going to pull this over, maybe even, what's that? Maybe even a little more. So just kind of play around with it. Okay, I'm kind of liking that, you guys. Ooh, let me go look again before I start. Want to make sure. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I'm liking that. One of you ladies, by the way, yesterday, one of you had asked where the grid came from up above, and I said that it was kind of like chicken wire. It's really not chicken wire, and you were wondering where to find it. My advice is go to a like a farm store and look at different fencing, like maybe rabbit fencing, something like that. So it's a smaller opening than chicken wire. So look at the farmer stores. You'll get some great ideas when you're there too. Brenda, that was you. What is cherry sheets y'all are talking about? I have no idea. Hello, Debbie. Yep, better on angle. Okay. All right, so let's start. Let's see how this goes down, and let's see how much I can get done, and we'll go from there. Okay. So inside your little canister, you'll have this little tool where you can scrape, put this on, and let's just start with this little guy since he was kind of the first. And you just start scraping it real hard. And as it starts sticking, you will notice that it gets a film, okay? Can y'all see? I'm thinking I'm gonna change my angle. Let me move y'all. Hey there, hey those metal grates at Lowe's, okay. Hardware cloth, yes, hardware cloth, perfect. It might be, it very well might be, yeah. So think outside the box, you guys. Don't just look at like, you know, the normal places you would for home decor. Go run around at Lowe's, Home Depot, and look in the plumbing section. Look in the electric plumbing. What else? Carpentry, of course. But you'll get all kinds of ideas. It's crazy, right? Yeah. All right. Let me get situated on my little pad here, and we're going to get to scraping. So what are you all working on today? Tell me about it. And tell me in the comment section, have you ever tried using the transfers? How many of you have tried it? I know I've been using Iron Orchid Design products quite a bit. It got dark on me a little bit, didn't it? They're really nice products, though, I do have to say. They're very nice. Using it in the way that I'm using it is a great way to really customize the look of what you're doing. Like I said, I will be using stamps with this. And I'm going right up over to, let's just cut it right there. I'm going to cut it because it's starting to bend. And that's okay. It needs to overlap, just, here we go. Lay it down. Bend around those corners as if the corners aren't even there. I know it's a little bit intimidating, but just do it. You guys will be happy. You'll be happy with it. It's very forgiving. If there's any little areas that maybe you don't like or you feel like didn't go down the way you wanted it to, see how that just went right around the corner? You'll be able to, you can go back like a little bit of sanding paper and just sand it a little bit. By the way, the transfers, they already look like they've been distressed. So that was something that I had a customer buy a transfer, and she thought there was something wrong with it because it had, you know, it looked like it was worn, and they are made to look that way. So you can pretty much just apply it and walk away if you want. But what the good thing about it is it's so forgiving. So if you do make any kind of little mistake, you can kind of sand it and get on with your life. Most of the time when I talk to people that are having trouble with it, they're really overthinking it, guys. So, and it just honestly just takes a little time and muscle, and other than that, it's pretty easy to do. So I'm hoping that I can at least get enough of this on here so that I can show you all how I incorporate the stamps in with it. So we'll see what time allows. I'm hoping just to make this, I know this is part 3. I'm hoping to only have 4 parts to this. So we'll see what happens. Right. Okay, let's start unhinging it. If something happens and it comes up, you just simply place it back down and you start rubbing it again. And remember, like I said, I don't even have my sealer on here yet. So you can tell it's already sticking down pretty easy. Now you don't want to do this over top of wax, you guys. So make sure you don't wax it first, because you probably have a little bit of trouble with this sticking. Debbie, question, is this the furniture you're working on a secretary desk? Yes. Yes, it is. Cherry says, watching the lives is so inspiring. And Tiffany says, I'm putting some silver leaf on painted pumpkins. Girl, you are so far ahead of schedule. Dreaming Cat says, I've been holding on to my IOD transfer for something special. Right now I'm painting a little step stool with DIY, layering, and stencils. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Well, here's the key. Here's the thing. You said you're saving it for something special. Guess what? When you put the IOD transfer on it, it makes it special. It really does. I mean, I have had pieces sitting here for the longest time, and everybody will be like, oh, it's cute, I like it, but they don't buy it. So then I smack one of these on and do a little zhushin and a zhush here and a zhush there, and voila, it sells. It does. It makes all the difference between a plain Jane and a wow, you know. Trying to, let me cut this off of here. I save all of my little pieces that I don't use, by the way. So I'm going to go all the way down. I don't know if y'all can see how far down I'm working. Whoop. Let me change that. Working on my Paint Pal postcards. So much fun they are, right? Yeah, I knew what you meant. I know, I need to get mine sent. I did get a few made. I don't know how exciting they're going to be, because they're like the abstract figuratives. So I feel like I need to make them prettier, like maybe put some flowers or something to make it a little prettier. So what you want to do, if you notice right now, there's a little beveled edges that I'm working on. You need to keep your transfer loose when you're working on, you know, areas that have like beveled edges. Loosey-goosey, okay? Because if you have it really pulled really tight, it's not really gonna, let me pull this down. It's not really going to stick in the right places for you, okay? So now I need to practice what I just preached, because now it got a little, see how it got real tight right there? We'll see how I'm going to fix this. right down. Take it down pretty hard. Hey, girly. What you doing? If you are a beginner, I would advise you to use just the flat areas, okay? It's going to be a little bit easier on you for the first time anyway. And then you can start, you know, stepping it up a little bit. My workout today. And then we're just going to start going directly across the squat part, and then should be about done. So you guys can see, even though I did not do the top coat like they request you to do, it's still it's sticking on really good. I'm going to make sure that you go through and press it down. Like you'll see some little areas that are a little bit loose, and you can just kind of go in there and press it down. Use your fingers if you need to. Press it down. But yeah, not bad, right? Brenna, just go for it, girl. So much fun. I literally have every stamp, even Generation 1, every transfer, mass storage units, beautiful pieces, every DIY. And I have done minor applications due to fear. What? Okay, what is the worst thing that would happen, Brenna? Well, Patricia says that must kill your back. It is right now, but I'm thinking it's going to get better as I come up. I think this is better than if I had it laying flat and I was like over it like that. You know. What are you going to do? Everybody, let's give Brenna Lake, she's over on YouTube. Let's give her some encouragement about using some of her transfers. So if you have used a transfer and you have made a mistake, how did you correct it? Tell us what you did. And hopefully we will encourage her to go for it. I'm just going to pull this over. Sometimes it doesn't always stick for me the way I want it to, and that's kind of what I want to show you. When you use the stamps, you can use your stamps to cover up any imperfections, and you can also put another piece of a transfer over top of something that you've flubbed up, like when you go around corners like I'm doing right now. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can sand it out, just to stress it out a little more, especially when you're working on a piece like this that's already kind of distressed. I mean, trust me, nobody will ever know. And honestly, after you get done with it, you'll have a hard time finding the mistake yourself. Heather Watson, she says, I layered another one on top of the boo-boo, right? Once you start, you won't stop, says Vicky. You're so right. Give her some encouragement, because that's kind of why we're all here. And I'll probably make a mistake so I can show you how to fix it. This is one good thing about my channel here. If you feel bad and you feel like you're going to make a mistake, just watch me. I'll show you how to fix all that. Because I make lots of mistakes. I'm kind of known for that. I'm really good at that. That's my specialty, y'all. But I also learn a lot that way. So I think that is the one thing about my personality is that, like, I'm okay with making mistakes. I'm okay with not being perfect. And obviously, cool. Very cool, very cool. I love it. I love it. So you will, after you get this done, and I don't think I brought, I did not. You want to take like a little razor blade if you can, and you want to kind of wrap it around all of the little openings. And I'm just using kind of like my fingernail right now, just because I did not bring. Whew, I'm getting hot, guys. Use your fingernail. Oh, it turned out good, right? There are some little mistakes and little boo-boos, and let me show you guys some of my mistakes turned into something miraculous because I didn't give up. I love it. I love what y'all are saying. Yes. Kelly, let's see. Did you transfer straight onto paint or clear? I went straight onto the paint. And you are supposed to put clear on first. And the reason that I did not do that is because I like how the paint absorbs the wax when I layer the wax over top of it. And if I have a clear coat on, the wax doesn't absorb inside the layers of paint as it would, you know, the other way. Oh, I'm getting hot, guys. Sorry. It's a little warm in here today. Let me see, what else? Vicky says I had one of the black outline ones that wouldn't all come off. So after trying for an hour, I took paint and I lightly washed over it. And you could see the design in the it turned out awesome. Vicky, I love that. Actually, it's really, yeah, that's cool. Okay. His is transferring onto wicker baskets. I'm not sure. Are you asking if anybody has? How is transferring onto wicker? I've never done that before. That's a good, that is a good question. Something else I'm going to be doing very soon during the live here is I will be doing a transfer on a lampshade because I watched Miss Debbie Beard do one and it was so fabulous that I want to try it. Lisa says, I base coated a footstool in mint chip and I have been staring at it for weeks. It has beautiful carved legs and I want to add more color, but I'm afraid. Lisa, it's just paint. Throw some more color on there. You can, if it's the DIY paint, you can reactivate it and you can start blending some other colors. So if you're using mint chip, maybe use maybe start blending apothecary into it or something in the same shade so that it's a little more subtle until you get brave enough, okay? That would be my advice to you. Heather says, I never seal it first. I think they stick better to the paint than the top coat in Mike's. Yeah, I don't have any problem. Okay, let me show you guys a little bit of a mistake, but it's you guys see a little bit right here where it kind of like I got to push it down in, and we're gonna, so I could take a little bit of sanding paper. I could sand it, or I could paint and I could like combine it, get some paint and attach it, or I could just take another leaf because I'll have extra leaves And I save all of my extra leaves, so from other projects, anything extra I save. So then when I have spots like that, I can just put another one right over top of it. And I may do a little bit of a stamp or something like that over it, okay? All right, so let's continue. Let's continue on. Let's see. I feel as though, okay, let's do, this doesn't fall on me. Let's do a little bit of a stamp too, just in case. How are we doing? We're at 46 minutes. 46 minutes already. Let's do a little stamping and see if something like that will help. So we could like stamp right over top of that with one of these. So let me just figure out which one I like. Let's see. And let's get my paint ready. Here's my brayer. But I had my, hold on, I'm gonna have to get up real quick and grab my plate. Let's see. I thought I had it right here. Got everything but my plate. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of layered chocolate. And I've added some water to it. You can see how fluid it is. So you want to just get it kind of runny. And then I'm going to use my little brayer. You don't want it really, really drippy, drippy. Okay, let's do, I really like this one. I love all the little leaves that are on the Fronds stamps. They're not just all ferns. Here on that other one. And you're gonna just put a nice coating on here. You guys, you're welcome to use ink. I just don't like the ink as much. I don't know. It's just a personal preference. I've tried it and tried it. So get a nice coating on there, and let's see if we can go right over top. Thanks, Julie. Thank you, Vicki. Let's see what we can do. We want to line it up really good. I'm going to go right over top of that little mistake, and I'm going to bend it. Okay, I'm going to bend it, and I'm going to put my first stamp down right over top of that mistake. And I'm going to push it down into there first. Okay. Now I'm going to pick it up. And it didn't quite go on as much as I wanted. I might have to reapply, which is not a bad thing. Let me reapply. You might want to do your first one. Do a sample first. I didn't get enough layered chocolate on there. You can reline it. Reline it. It'll be okay. I do it all the time. All right, let's try it again. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay, so let's see if I can fix this. And then if all else fails, what we will do is line it back up. And you want to hold it just for a second so that the design has time to soak in. And you want to push around all those little edges. If it turns out, I'll show you. Even if it doesn't turn out, I'll show you my mistakes. So that's just life. Okay, and I'm going to let that lift. Oh, it did. It was good. It's good. It's all good. Hold it. Not too bad. Can you guys see it? Can you see? Not too bad. I'm going to keep layering. I do too. I love their products. Let's see. Got to just decide how much I want to do. Dare I do a big one? Let's do. So just kind of eyeball it. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of eyeballing to see how I want it. What angle? Maybe I do a fern. We've got lots of shapes and sizes here to choose from. That might be too small. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this larger one. So it's just a lot of trial and error, you guys. Just kind of play with it. Don't be afraid of using it, though, you guys. It's very, everything's fixable, okay? Everything's fixable. So, and this, I'm doing this for a customer. So yes, I'm very picky about my work and how it turns out. But, you know, this is not going to be the same as the other project that I worked on. I'm going to have different problems than I had at the other one. So you just learn. You just go through the motions, just like anything else in life, and you just figure things out, right? So there's a nice coverage. I love this one. I use this little stamp a lot because it's taller, and I can get in there. I can't really do a lot with this one. Let me pull you in so you guys can see. Trying to get you a good angle. And let me just figure out how I want to do this. Let's see. So I think I'm going to start down here and work my way up. So I'm going to hold it and push. And like I said, I'm going to push it down, press, letting this just go up. As I release it. And stamps aren't quite like transfers, so you don't have always 100% coverage, and that's okay too. I'm going to work my way up this way, release. going to look so cool. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. There's a couple areas I might redo. Maybe I'm not, maybe I don't have it enough enough paint on there. Let's just redo it a little bit. Everything is redoable, I guess. Let's see. It seems like it just wasn't dark enough. There we go. Much better. So once you get it lined up, then it all kind of fits. Make sure you're holding it there long enough, guys. A little bit of pressure, but not, you don't have to put a ton. Oh, that's much better. Can you see that? I think you can see that a little bit better. I like it. I like. I really feel like it looks pretty when you have the solid, like this brown, looks really pretty with the colored transfers, just doing like a solid color. It's a little more subtle, but I really like it. Which transfer did you use? I used Redoute is the name of it, Redoute 4. And I do sell these. So if you can't find the link, I will be dropping the links there. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using Redoute. If I need to, I can always use some of the Fronds Botanical in with this. And I may do that. So I may do that like right before I end, get done with the transfer and just kind of fill in any places. And you just kind of want to look at it like a piece of art and kind of build it just like a piece of art, making sure that your eyes have a nice flow. You want a really nice flow. You're creating art on top of this furniture. It's basically mixed media art. So you just want to make sure that your placement is in just a really good spot, and your eyes just kind of dance along and have a flow. So it kind of is going to go this way, and I could even add like, you know, some ferns. I may even add something up here just to give the eye a little more room to come up right here, right? So it'll just kind of dance around. So are there any other questions? Because we are already we're at 59 minutes right now. And so it's going to probably take me a minute to get the rest of this on here. You know, it's not you know, you can't do it in just an hour, but, you know, I can have this done in an afternoon. So, she paints. I need to ask your input on my piece. I've been diddling with it for months. What's your question? Ask away, girl. Erin, where did you get your overalls? Aren't those awesome? I got those at, let's see, something bird. Oh, Lordy. It's on the tip of my tongue. Erin, I will have to drop the link. It's like, I want to say Free Bird, but that's not it. I'll think of it here in a minute, or if I don't, I'll drop it. I'll drop the name in there. But I've ordered many clothes from that company. I really like it. And yes, the bibs are awesome, and they just got more in. And they should be paying me to advertise for them because everybody's asking me. Yes, I don't know why I can't remember. If I had my phone, I could pull it right up. Hold on. Where's my phone? Oh, here it is. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Freebird, right? No, that's not it. Hold on. I'll find it really quick because they send me lots. Three bird nest. Yesterday, they had a Memorial Day sale, up to 40% off of everything. So yeah. I have gotten, ooh, they have a new jumpsuit I might want to get. Look at this, you guys. I love a jumpsuit. I am not going to lie. Let me show you this. Look at this. Whoops. Cute, huh? Love that. Anyway, they have those bibs on sale. Not on sale, but they have them in because they go out of them pretty quick. Thank you, Debbie. Love you back. Freebird nest. Yes. Any other questions? So, okay, so we are at the hour point. So I'm going to continue to work, and I will be, of course, showing the after pictures. I show a lot on my Instagram stories, and I also show stuff on TikTok. Anybody on TikTok? So anyway, if you enjoy learning and watching things like this, if you enjoy being able to ask questions, you're going to want to make sure that you hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit that little notification bell so that you get notified of every time I have a new video up. If you're over on Facebook and you have not subscribed, why not? You need to go do that, okay? All right, guys. As always, put your comments and questions in, and I'll make sure that I read through the questions later on, okay? That's a shame. See you soon. Oh, I'm sorry. What's a shame? I don't know. Do lasso. Facebook has started downgrading TikTok videos. People post to Facebook. Oh, really? Uh-oh. So I better not do that. Don't post the TikToks to the Facebook. Okay. I usually post it over on my Instagram. So, but all right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. And tomorrow I will be back again at 2 o'clock. Wait a minute. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Wait. Is this Tuesday? Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be here at 2 o'clock, and we'll be live with Tanya from Delilah Designs, and we will be doing alcohol ink demos, okay? Or she will. If I get my stuff, I will be doing it along with her. I don't have my stuff yet, so we'll see. But we'll be here tomorrow doing that, and then we'll figure out the following day to finish this up, okay? All right. Bye, everyone.